Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to join our session, Education USA Canada, showcasing the number of universities and colleges in the South. We are very excited to be here with you and share a bit more about our institutions. But before we go ahead and do that, wanted to take the time to just share that, of course, like Canada, the United States is a very large country with a lot of diversity geographically within it. So we are representing three very unique colleges and universities in the southern states. We have a reference here so you can see just how large the South in and of itself is. You can see where we are placed within relation to one another, and certainly with relation to the United States. We have a bit, of course, of the West Coast cut off there. But we are all very unusual. We're all very different from one another. We have our own identities, just like the different states in the United States have their own identities. So I think that you'll see that there's quite a large diversity of the types of institutions that you can find within the southern states. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and kick things off by introducing my institution. And I am here representing the University of Richmond, which is a liberal arts and sciences college located in Richmond, Virginia. I am representing the undergraduate programs we have available at Richmond, which are really the core focus of what we do as a university. We are going to be the smallest college or university among the three presenters here today. And there are a number of things that I want to highlight about the things that make us unique, and certainly the things that make us unique as a liberal arts and sciences college as well. So to start off with a general overview, we have an undergraduate student population of about 3,200 students. So we like to think of ourselves as being a big, small school, if you will. We have really the great benefits of small classroom environments. Our average class size is only 16 students, but we have a large enough student body and a large enough campus that there's always new things to explore, new parts of the campus to peruse, and certainly new opportunities to try new things and meet new people. As a liberal arts and sciences college, we are highly residential. 90% of our students live on campus all 4 years. And what's interesting about this figure is that our students are not required to live on campus. So 90% of our students are choosing to make the University of Richmond their home for all 4 years. They want to be close to their peers. They want to be close to their classes. They want to be close to the dining hall, perhaps most importantly. So it really is a community and a place that our students feel very comfortable. Also want to note that we do meet 100% of demonstrated need for all admitted students. So this plays into our commitment to make sure that the University of Richmond is as affordable as possible for all admitted students. So students are going to have the opportunity to submit a variety of different financial aid documents so that we can determine what it is that you're able to contribute to your education across 4 years. And whatever that difference is, we provide students with a financial aid package that meets that gap with a cap on the amount of loans that students need to pay. So much of our financial aid is provided in the form of grants, which do not need to be repaid. In terms of our location, I mentioned we are in Richmond, Virginia, which is about 2 hours south of Washington, D.C. So as far as Richmond and Virginia goes, we are one of the most northern states in the southern United States. And Richmond is a vibrant capital city. So we are located about 10 kilometers from downtown. The city itself has a lot of vibrancy. We are home to 25 museums, over 900 restaurants. We're a big foodie city, and certainly a lot of industry as well. We are tucked very nicely 2 hours between the Blue Ridge Mountains to the west and the Virginia beaches to the east. And we are also a river city. So if you're interested in finding a place to study where you can enjoy a lot of natural beauty, Richmond was ranked the #1 most beautiful college campus in the United States last year, and certainly a lot of greenery as well as the river nearby. Our academic programs for undergraduates are housed within 3 different schools. We have our School of Arts and Sciences, which has programs like biology, psychology, global studies. But we also have these 2 other unique offerings. Our Jepson School of Leadership Studies was the first of its kind in the United States. It houses just one major called Leadership Studies, which is grounded in the foundation of developing the soft skills that are necessary to become a leader. How do you communicate? How do you negotiate with others and lead both effectively as well as ethically? Thirdly is our Robbins School of Business. Business is our most popular major here at Richmond, largely because it is unusual to have a School of Business and a business major at a liberal arts and sciences college. Students will have the opportunity to apply into the university as a whole and declare their majors by the end of their second year. There is a ton of flexibility to mix and match, and many of our students have multiple areas of study. We are very committed to making sure that students have hands-on learning opportunities. We offer this through the Richmond Guarantee, which is a promise that every single student will receive up to $5,000 at least once to fund a summer research or internship opportunity. So this means there's no such thing as an unpaid internship for a Richmond student, because if a company or an organization is unable to pay you for your time, we are going to pay you instead. We want you to be able to say yes to every great opportunity that comes your way. Our students are also very involved outside of the classroom with 180 plus student-run clubs and organizations. You can also see that we are unique as a liberal arts college in that we do have Division I athletics. We are playing a basketball match right now if you want to tune in online. Basketball is our big sport here at Richmond, but we also have really fantastic golf, lacrosse, and a football team as well. Study abroad is huge at Richmond. We send just shy of 70% of our students abroad. So if you're looking for an additional international experience, our students have the opportunity to go abroad as early as their first year, and certainly multiple times if they wish as well. As far as what it takes to apply to the University of Richmond, we accept both the common application or the coalition application, and a full list of our requirements is available on our website. I do want to share with you the admitted profile for our applicants from this last year. We received just over 14,000 applications. We do recalculate GPAs, so we are familiar with the different grading scales in Canada. Recalculate your GPA on an unweighted 4.0 scale. We are test optional for students applying this year. Lastly, we are offering students both financial aid as well as merit-based scholarships, and you will be automatically considered if you apply by our deadline. The Richmond Scholarship is full tuition, room and board. The presidential scholarships are 1/3 tuition, and overall about 1 in 8 students is the recipient of a merit-based scholarship. And finally, I just want to take the time to share some of our deadlines, which are also proudly and openly displayed on our website. But we do offer a number of different application plans, including early decision 1 and 2, which are binding plans, as well as early action and regular decision. So with that, I want to take a moment just to share my contact information here. If you have a moment to scan this QR code, that's going to allow you to register your interest. If you're interested in connecting with the University of Richmond to learn more, certainly encourage you to quickly scan that code, fill out that form when you have a moment. But with that, I'm going to turn it over to my next colleague.
Thank you, Amanda. So hello, everybody. My name is Mick, and I'm with Nova Southeastern University, which is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Next slide, please. And so if similar to Amanda, if you want to keep in touch, you can grab my email address here. And you can also grab the QR code to sign up for more information, apply for admission, and get everything that we talk about today. And you'll see coming up, I guess tomorrow's the last one, but we do have international student information sessions. So if you want to learn more about NSU specifically as an international student, you can do so there. Next, please, Amanda. And again, as Amanda talked about at the beginning, we're all in very different regions. And Florida, if you're not aware, is pretty different, especially South Florida is pretty different from Virginia. You can see where we're located here, which is about 20 or 25 minutes from Miami and about 3 hours south of Orlando, where Disney is. That's always a good point of reference for everyone. And we're about 15 minutes or so from the beach. So it's a really nice location. It's warm weather all year round, which I'm sure you're wishing you had right now in Canada. And it's a really cool area that's very, very international, with so many students and people coming from the Caribbean, Latin America, Central America, and South America. Next, please. And so just a little bit of info about NSU. Again, with the last school we saw, there's 3,200 students. NSU, we have actually 26,000 total students, but only 6,600 of those students are undergraduate students, meaning they're coming out of high school. So we are a medium-sized university, but on the smaller end of medium-sized. And so that means that you're going to have class sizes of about 17 students on average. So you're not going to have really massive classes, really reasonable classes where you'll get to know your professors. We have a very diverse campus as well. We have students from all 50 states in the U.S. and from over 115 countries. So we do get students from all over the world, and we get a lot from Canada, specifically Toronto. You'll meet students from all over the world at NSU. We're also considered a research university. So we have, as you can see, over 150 ongoing research projects. And so NSU is going to provide a very hands-on experience for students. Even as undergraduate students and sometimes even as freshmen, you can participate in those research projects. So particularly for those of you interested in the sciences, that's a really great opportunity. Next, please. Now, as far as our majors, you can see we have over 50 different majors. So pretty much something for most of you out there, if not all. As far as our most popular majors for international students, that's computer science, business, biology. We have one of the best marine biology programs in the state of Florida. So we get a lot of students who come specifically for marine biology. And psychology is also a very popular program as well. But as you can see, we have lots and lots of options for you. Next, please. We also have study abroad. So if you want the opportunity to study in another country, you can do so for a semester. You also will get a dedicated academic and career coach for all 4 years that you're at NSU, just to make sure that you're following along with all the classes that you need to graduate on time and to be prepared for your career after NSU. And with our Student Success Scholars Program, you get that's a peer-to-peer mentorship program. So you'll get matched up with another student that's already been at NSU for a few years to help guide you along your path as well. Next slide, please. Now, for those of you who are very high achieving, you want to apply for scholarships. I'll talk about scholarships in a moment. Every student that gets admitted gets a scholarship. I think that's the key point. But if you want to apply for a bit bigger scholarships, with more educational opportunities, we have those. Those are called our Premier Program scholarships. We have an honors college, as you can see, for those of you who are interested in participating in the honors college. We have Razor's Edge Scholars Program, which have several different tracks. There's a global track, research track, leadership, Shark Talent, which is performing arts, and Shark Teach, which is for students in education. So that's a scholarship that students can apply for. Next, please. We also have what's called a dual admission programs. And with our dual admissions program, if you apply for that program and are admitted, the graduates, you have a seat in the graduate school of your choice reserved for you. So you can avoid the whole stress of needing to figure out where you want to go to graduate school and submitting the applications and wondering if you're going to get admitted. You know, when you enter NSU as a freshman, that in 4 years, you'll have the graduate seat in the graduate school you want to go to, sitting there waiting for you, so you don't have to stress with that. Next, please. And then for those of you who are interested in entrepreneurship, we have the Huizenga Business Innovation Academy as one of our Premier Program scholarships. And this program is really amazing. With this program, you get an accelerated 3+1 bachelor's and master's in business. So you get both your bachelor's and master's in 4 years. That typically takes students 5.5 years minimum to complete both. You would have an internship. You have a startup project that you run when you're on campus. And I think the best part is the university invests up to $20,000 in your startup business when you graduate from this program. So it's a really fantastic program. We get a lot of international students who get all of these Premier Program scholarships. Next slide, please. So the process to apply is pretty simple. You just apply to NSU, which is in the QR code, but we also accept Common App. You then apply for the Premier Programs applications, and then third, for the Premier Programs scholarships, you will have an interview in the spring at our Shark Preview Weekend, which is like a fun weekend on campus, and that's where you'll interview for those particular scholarships. Next, please. We also have dorms on campus. So for students who are interested in living on campus, that's definitely available to you. Although we have many students who have family in the area, so they do choose to live off campus and live with family, and that's typically going to be fine for most students. But we have everything that you can imagine that you think of at a dorms on campus. There's video game rooms, there's free Wi-Fi and cable, there's really excellent dining options. We have a Starbucks on campus, Einstein Brothers Bagels. So it's a really vibrant campus with a lot to do. Next slide, please. And we also have several different options for dorms. These are just two of the options I had that are listed here. We have other options as well for freshmen, but I wanted to give you an idea of the floor plan. I think the key to these is that you get your own bathroom, so you don't have to share with the whole floor of other students, which is really nice. Next, please. We also have athletics, just like the last university, but we're NCAA Division II, so we do offer athletic scholarships, and we have lots of ways to get on campus. We have get involved on campus. We have over 150 clubs and organizations, and 99% of our students participate in those. So it's another campus that's very, very active. Students get very involved in campus life, and our dorms are actually full as well. So another campus similar to the last one, where students want to be around campus to be involved with their peers. Next, please. So as far as our application process for students from Canada, it's very simple. You just apply online or through Common App. We'll need your high school transcripts with a 3.0 GPA or higher. You don't need to do any English proficiency examinations. Need a letter of recommendation, an optional essay, and SAT is actually optional as well. So you do not have to submit SAT. You can still be admitted and get a scholarship without it. Next, please, Amanda. And as far as our costs and tuition, you can see our estimated tuition is $34,500 per year. And the average cost for room and board, which is your dorm room and your meal plan, is $11,200 per year, just based off of the dorm room you choose. And again, as I mentioned, every student who gets admitted automatically gets a scholarship. And that's our Dean Scholarship, which ranges from $10,000 to $20,000 per year. That's merit-based, so it'll be mostly based off of your GPA and your SAT score if you do choose to submit the SAT score. And then as far as our Premier Program scholarships, you can see for Razor's Edge recipients, you get $24,000 per year, which does not get stacked. That's you choose the better of the two scholarships. And then for Huizenga, you would get $20,000 per year for our entrepreneurship scholarship, in addition to the other benefits. And we do have a full scholarship, the Presidential Scholarship, but that's by invitation only. It's not one that students can apply for. They'll be invited to interview for it. Next slide, please. So you can follow us on social media and check out our website if you have further questions. But again, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions that you can think of later. So thank you for sharing, Amanda. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. This is Jingjing Li from University of Central Arkansas. My contact information is there. My email address is really short. You can email me if you have any questions. Next, please. University of Central Arkansas is a regional comprehensive university. Compared to the other two universities, we are kind of large now. We have more than 10,000 students, 400 international students from 80 different countries. Some of the international students, they are the only students from that country, so they get to represent the whole country by themselves. Our university is located in the city called Conway. Conway is ranked as the second least expensive city in which to attend college in the United States. And besides us, there are two more colleges in Conway. So it's called City of Colleges. There are lots of students here. You can really feel the vibrant here. It's a safe, clean, and friendly traditional American town. There are 100-degree programs for you to choose from. The more than 85 are undergraduate degrees, and 50 of them are graduate and graduate certificate programs. We have more than 200 student organizations on campus. This week is International Education Week. The student organizations really play a huge role in the activities that we are doing right now. We have more than 13 intramural sports teams. There's women's sports teams. There's men's sports teams. We have 18 residence halls and apartments for students to live in. Next, please. Our university is founded in 1907, so this year we are celebrating our 115th anniversary. You can say our college is not the most beautiful in the States, but it's the most beautiful campus in the state of Arkansas. Now it's fall season, close to winter. The color of the leaves are changing. It's really beautiful to walk just on campus. Next, please. This is our old main building. It has hosted speeches by the former U.S. Presidents Gerald Ford and Arkansas native Bill Clinton. So we are really proud of that. Next, please. We have 5 academic colleges: Arts, Humanities, Social Science, College of Business, College of Education, College of Health and Behavioral Sciences, College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. The students to faculty ratio, although the university is kind of large compared to other 2 universities, but the students to faculty ratio is 16:1 to promote more interaction between students and faculty. Actually, we have some students, they transfer from some larger universities to UCA because they want to have the smaller classroom size. Next, please. This may not apply to you, but if you have a friend that their English is not their native language, we have intensive English program for them to start from. So this is for the, yes, next please. The top programs are listed here. The reason is because, it's interesting to see international students on campus. They try to choose certain programs. For these programs, the faculty see more international students other than some other departments. They don't see any international students at all. I can tell, for some certain countries, students like to study different programs. So it's interesting to see, international students like to choose certain programs. Next, please. Our cost of attendance, this is for a whole year, for 15 credit hours per semester, so 30 credit hours a year, is 22,150. This includes everything: tuition fees, admin fee, insurance, room and board, and also books there. Because in Conway, the cost of attendance is the cost of living is low, so the cost of attendance to the university compared to some larger universities is also low. Next, please. Not only the cost of attendance is low, we also offer scholarships. The first one is the upstate tuition scholarship. This is for students, international students. As long as they live on university housing, they automatically get this scholarship. We have a merit-based scholarship. This is $2,000 per semester, up to 8 semesters. We also have a global citizen scholarship. That's for students already finished 1 semester at UCA, and also some other campus, the other departments, they also have scholarships. So you're welcome to apply them as well. You can find those information on our website. Next, please. The admission requirements for undergraduate students, we ask for your high school transcripts, and we look at your GPA. We also have our system to calculate your GPA if it's different than the 4.0 scale. We ask for your passport, financial documentation to show that you have the ability to pay the first year cost of the attendance. If you have the English proficiency, you can provide. If you don't, that's fine, because you're from Canada and you don't want to miss the deadlines to apply, such as other universities will. Now we still have students applying for spring semester, which is already passed because the deadline was November 1st. So we would ask them to move to either fall or summer. We really don't recommend students to miss the deadline because that's very important. Next, please. This is cost of attendance for graduate students. Some of you might be, graduate from your college. You are looking for graduate programs. The cost of attendance is $19,250. It's lower than undergraduate because you only need to take 9 credit hours per semester. This is the immigration law that we have to follow. The total cost also includes everything in institution fees, international admin fee, insurance, room and board, and also books. Next, please. The admission requirements for graduate students, we ask for your bachelor degree, we look at your undergraduate GPA, your financial documentation, and your English proficiency. We also ask for third-party credential evaluation for non-US transcripts. Also some other specific programs, they have different requirements. So they are different. So you have to look into their website to find their specific requirements. For graduate students, we also offer graduate assistantship. International students are welcome to apply as well. Next, please. Like I said earlier, we have 18 residence halls and university apartments. So students like to, especially international students, they love to live on campus because they can experience the American culture better. They can have the hands-on experience with their faculties and with their peers. And our football is, and other sports is also Division 1 in the United States. And we also have a hyper center on campus for students to stay fit outside of a classroom. We have swimming pool there. They have all kinds of exercising equipment and group lessons for you to participate. Next, please. These are all kinds of activities we organize for international students. Like last month, we organized the pumpkin patch and the pumpkin carving for students. Next, please. Arkansas is a natural state. On campus, we have a recreational center. You can check out camping gears, bicycle for free, and you can, if you are outdoorsy, you can experience all kinds of outdoor activities in the state of Arkansas. Next, please. This is a really short video to show you about our campus. Let's click. It's a 30 seconds video.
At UCA, you can go big,
Go far,
go loud, proud,
bold,
fast,
forward.
beyond. Go here, the University of Central Arkansas.
UCA goes where other universities don't.
UCA invests in futures first.
UCA builds opportunities best. Our graduates are prepared to go anywhere,
Everywhere.
So when you've got big plans,
Fearless ambitions.
outrageous dreams.
UCA says, let's go.
Next, please. This is you can scan the QR code to find more information about the university, or stay in touch with us with the social media, or send me an email. This is my email address. Thank you, everyone. This ends our presentation.